Hey, you guys.
Hello.
Welcome. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? See, I ain't gonna laugh that much tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. Hey, Monte Ray, how are you doing tonight? We're glad to have y'all on. Do us a favor, like, share, and tag this broadcast. It's gonna be really good. We got some guests on with us tonight. Let's see who else. Hey, Deborah Haynes. We're glad that you're on with us tonight, all the way from South Carolina. I'm glad that you're on with us tonight. How are you doing? Tell your husband we said hello. Hey, Katie. And Camilla Presley, love is in the air. It is. Love is in the air, y'all. When it comes to marriage, we ought to make sure we keep love in the air. That's what we gonna have. Hey, Latisse Crim, how y'all doing? The dancing machine, the love magnets. That's what we gonna call them, the love magnets. The Crims, it's the love magnets. Welcome to the broadcast. Hey, Denisha Silvers, congratulations on your endeavors. I've been following you on stage. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. We're glad that you all are on the endeavor. Hey, Monte Ray. Monte said, I love that clock countdown. He said he need to be in there somewhere. We're going to add you to the clock countdown, Monte. Just standing there with us on the Monte. Hey, Brianna Bell, how are you doing? We're glad that you are on here with us tonight. We talking about marriage, y'all, and how to continue to build your marriage. Hey, Eduardo Clark, Chris Clark. I should have worn my earrings tonight. They blessed me with these, not these, but I'm gonna wear them next broadcast so y'all can see them beautiful earrings that I got from the Clarks. Hey, Courtney Dunn Brewer. We're glad that you are on. Tonight, y'all do me a favor, tag some people. Tell them to get in here because we have this awesome couple with us tonight. But we just want to welcome y'all to you all that don't already know who we are. We are the Duns. Yeah. I've done Home Improvement Marriage Edition, and we like to talk about marriage. And guess who I am? I'm Katina.
And I'm Reginald.
And he is Reginald. Y'all, I used to mess that thing up. I come on here, you said my name Reginald. But no, it ain't. I'm Katina. He's Reginald. Hey, Desiree Overton. We got your parents on tonight with us. We're glad that you on. Make sure y'all do us a favor. Like, share, tag. Share it with some. You can share it with some single folks because single folks need to know what's happening before it happens. Hey, Aunt Tina. Do us a favor, Tina. Like, share, and tag this. Get some people in here. Let them know that Done Home Improvement is on. Tell them it's 8 o'clock. They should have been had their notification turned on. We were just talking about, hey, y'all, just to recount last week, y'all, we was at the prom, and honey, we had a night for love, for real. Y'all better watch our notifications because some stuff happening in a few days. We don't know what, but it's happening. But we're going to give away some date nights tonight. We're gonna give away a trip from the people that was at the prom last week. So y'all tag some of these prom people that was on at the prom last week. They may finna win some, huh? Courtney said the prom was lit. Yes, it was, Courtney. It was lit. Hey, Vicki Davidson, we're glad that you are on tonight. Sarah, your husband, we said hello. We're glad that you all fellowship with us on last week. Again, y'all, if y'all missed the prom, I don't know where y'all was at. Y'all should have got in the door. But welcome. Yeah, do us a favor. Y'all like, share, tag. Get some couples in here. Hey, my sister, Pamela Bailey Joyner. How are you doing? Hey, y'all. Pamela Bailey Joyner, she catered the prom. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all doing a small event, make sure y'all reach out to Bailey's. Bailey's was the one catered the prom for us. They doing small events now, and then they gonna work their way up to large events. But hey, good food. They kind of stick your feet in, slap your mama, grandmama, take your shoes off, kind of food. That kind of food. Y'all better get with Bailey's. I'm telling you, good food. But hey, do us a favor as we continue to go on with this broadcast. We want y'all to make sure y'all tagging your friends. Get them in here. Get Criteria Morgan them in here. Get who you said? Hey, Monte, get Jared Wow in here. They said that food was on point. That food was so good, honey. Hey, y'all get Monte, get Jared Wow in. Who else we need to get in before we get the Overtons on?
I got some on here.
You got some of them on. I believe we got some of y'all on. As we progress on, y'all start tagging some more people and let them know that Done Home Improvement is on. And we have an awesome couple that we met years ago. Our paths crossed years ago, and they didn't know that we was doing a marriage. We call it a ministry, and they're doing the same thing. And when we talked, all of us was excited about somebody else on the same platform trying to make sure we shed light on marriage because we need to know. Everybody needs to know about what's happening in marriage and how do we stay afloat, honey. So we got the marriage builders with us tonight on this broadcast. And y'all, I don't know if I'm more excited, but I don't know if me and Reggie more excited than they are. I think they more excited because they do a lot more stuff and they like to sow into marriages, and we cross paths, and now we got somebody else on the team with us that want to do the exact same thing. And when you find that kind of stuff happening, hey y'all, marriage is about to blow up. I'm telling y'all, if y'all see me rocking like this, that means I am excited as well because somebody else shared that same passion that we want to see marriages talked about, light shedded on, people building and being able to talk about marriage. Boom. Same way we talking about it. So we got some more folks on the team. So we want to welcome to our broadcasting Overton, all the way out. I'm going to say Columbus, Georgia, but because that's where we met in Columbus, Georgia. So we're going to bring Team Overton on with us. Deric and Rebecca Overton. Hey,
hello.
y'all.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Great. How are you all? So good to be here. Oh my goodness.
We were trying to tell them we don't know if we're more excited or you are more excited.
No, if I can do some flips and cartwheels, I will. We're excited.
I know it. To be able to share the same passion is awesome. That know that somebody else is saying the same thing. So we are excited. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to Done Home Improvement, the Marriage Edition.
Thank you for having me.
So I don't know. I guess we're going to jump on in because we don't want to keep them in suspense of everything that you all going to say tonight. Look, if you see us kind of like lean back, we trying to take it all in. If we get quiet and lost for words, we just take it all in.
We're here for it all. We're ready. We are excited about what God is about to do. Yes.
Hey, y'all that's on the broadcast. Y'all welcome to Overton's in with us tonight. This is Deric and Rebecca Overton. And I told them from Columbus, Georgia, because that's where we met at. Yes. So, so years ago, you all, just a little background of how we met them. Years ago, we met through our bishop, the late Bishop A.L. Hartman. And we didn't know that they shared this same passion that we have. And we're so glad to have them on with us. I saw that your all's daughter is on the live as well.
Okay.
So, hey, tell the people a little bit about yourself. How long y'all been married?
So I'll let you go first.
Well, we've been married 31 years now. And we've been together 35 years.
Wow. 31 and 35. How did y'all meet?
We met in high school. Actually.
High school friends.
Yes. Believe it or not now.
He's older than me, so I'm just going to say.
Yeah, I was listening to you.
That's all right. Come on.
Look, that's our dude. So how many kids y'all have? Kids, grandkids over the course of these 35 years?
Okay. We have 3 daughters, and we have 2 grandchildren, a boy and a girl. So we're very excited. Our oldest daughter is 31, and we have 27 and 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I know over those 35 years, there have been challenges. So tonight we brought y'all on because, of course, one of the comments you made to me when we was messaging back and forth that you all like to see marriages being built.
Absolutely.
And hey, y'all that's on here, they do marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Premarital counseling and they try to counsel you so you won't get to the demolition stage of your marriage.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Crime scene.
The crime scene. I like it.
They make sure that you ain't gotta have that yellow tape
Exactly.
of your marriage.
Yes.
Hey, somebody, Jackie Overton said, "Blessing to you all."
Hello,
I don't know if you are. Yeah,
that's his sister.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the broadcast, Jackie. So what we want to just jump in there. We just need to know something. How did y'all maintain over 35 years on building and how did you continue to build? Y'all shed light. We ain't gotta say nothing else. We just want to hear what you gotta say.
Okay. You want to go?
Go ahead.
So it was, oh God, I don't even, I'll just say this. We had a very tumultuous beginning. It was like we not gonna make it.
It did.
Right. I don't know. It was some blood on them things back there. We thought that we was at the beginning of the end from the beginning.
Yeah.
But
First
I tell
3
you,
years.
yeah, the first 3 years was, I mean, chaotic. It was, we didn't know who we were, so we didn't know how to help one another. We didn't understand what we were doing. You know, when you don't have an example of how things should be and who should do, you know, knowing your role, you know, how to be that helpmeet and how to be that. He's always been a provider, but just how to be that man that God intended for the home. It took a lot of learning, a lot of fighting, a lot of blotters. When I say a lot of blotters, Fort Benning, if you go back to Fort Benning about 20 years, honey, my name is in that blotter every week. If the MPs come to my house one more time, and they told us that if we come to this house one more time, the Lord had a whole lot of work to do on me. I was, honey, I was spun of the devil.
I don't think we got enough time in this section to tell the whole thing.
But in that, you know, I wasn't raised in church, he was, but one of the things I always said was, through all of what we went through, I would always say, I know God didn't intend for my life to be like this. Now I know there has to be a better way, something different, but I didn't want to give up. Right. But I just knew there was a better way, and so I'm gonna give it over to him.
It was rough. Like she said, you know, the MPs would come to the house, and they wouldn't even ask for my ID anymore. They would just say, "Deric, ready? Come on."
Come on.
And
they would take me, you know, downtown. I mean, not downtown, but, you know, on post to the MP station. I would have to call my first sergeant. So this was happening constantly.
Wow.
Now, this is the funny thing about it. She called the MPs on me. They take me to the barracks and put me in the barracks. She sneaks up there and gets me out the barracks that same night.
Within an hour. Within 1 hour. Oh, he called, and they said, you can't go home for 72 hours. Right. Within an hour of him getting to the barracks, he would call. I said, I'm on my way. I'm going to be at the green trash can. The 152. And I will have you back in the morning before PT time. It never failed. That was our routine. We were accustomed to that routine.
You know,
so you're saying at the beginning of your marriage, y'all had a lot of fights, a lot of fights,
physical,
before you could find out who y'all really were.
Yeah, we had some knockdown, throwdown. Yeah. I was fighting him.
Yeah, because Rebecca would be like, you know, I'm trying to take the keys and get in the car. No, we gonna fight. You know, so I had to fight all my life now.
All my life I had to fight. So moving forward, so I'm taking it that was between the 1 to 5 year.
It was.
Yeah,
and that's what we tell couples most of the time. They find their most challenges in that first 1 to 5.
Absolutely.
Because they're still learning each other. They're still trying to grow and know that, okay, I married a different individual than what I am. So now what I need to do, we got to figure out each other.
Absolutely.
And we also tell them that even, I know after 35 years of you all knowing each other and being married, y'all still learning stuff today.
Absolutely. I often say, you are not that 19-year-old boy I married. I'm not that 15-year-old girl, you know. And so over these 30 years, we have grown tremendously. We continue to grow, which I think is a big part of you know, building the relationship. But the key is knowing that you're evolving, you're ever changing. It's so important every so often to go to get a little tune up, have a conversation about where you are. We as women, we change. Men, your likes and dislikes, you know, different things change over time. If you try to operate in year 10 like you did in year 2, you're going to have a problem.
Wow.
So we have learned how to get past that. Now, I will tell my new couples, even in premarital counseling, I'll say, now, I don't recommend you do what we did because we were just too dumb to know better.
Right.
We just, I don't recommend, don't be going all that fighting and all of that, honey, wait a minute, back up. Get yourself some counseling, get yourself some help. We didn't know enough to know that we should have reached out before we got to the point that we were. We didn't know. We just did what we thought to do. If somebody was telling us like we're here tonight, would have said, I know what, y'all need some help. Let's talk about it. Let's put this, that's why we don't hide anything. We usually tell just about everything.
Tell the truth.
I usually tell just about, I said, can I tell this? He said, well, yeah, as long as it's the truth. So he don't want me to tell y'all he kicked me and left a Nike sign on my leg. He don't want me to tell that part.
That ain't real now. that is not true.
He said, wait a minute, now that ain't real. Wait.
He said, I've told it so much that I think it's
I'm
true.
starting to believe it now.
He said, wait, we don't need the military police no more.
No more.
Keep them out of it.
Oh my God.
Wow. So building, how did y'all build? Can y'all give them, how did you build from the fights to just even over the years? Can you just elaborate on when did the transition come? Where did y'all learn from to know that y'all transition? And now being in a place to be able to tell people how to do it. Walk us through how it happened so we can help some more people.
I think the transition came when I was about to get kicked out the military, and I had to go before the sergeant major and before the colonel. And matter of fact, you guys know Pastor James and Pamela Williams.
Yes.
They were counseling us at the time. I believe she used to work at, what was it, AT&T? Was it AT&T?
Yeah. Pastor James and I worked together.
Yeah.
And yeah,
go ahead. And she was telling him, all her business. And she couldn't understand why. And he told her, hey, I'm a deacon in the church. And that's when the wheels got turning because he came in and spoke on my behalf. And to this day, had he not did that, I would have been kicked out of the military. It would have been rough.
Yeah, that was the beginning of a transitioning phase. We still had a long way to go.
Absolutely.
After that, but I think the real awakening came. I left some divorce papers on the stove one day. I said, you know what? I have just about had enough. The demolition was in effect. I'm telling you, I left those divorce papers and I had some little stickies, and it says sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here. And he was out in the field for 3 weeks. So I did this. I was strategic. I knew he was leaving. So I said, okay, I'm going to get me and my little baby. I just had one little baby at the time and packed up and left. And he thought it was a joke. He came home after the 3 weeks, came, to our hometown to come pick me up. I
13 hours away. Say that part.
He drove his little 13 hours. And I said, I'm not going back. And he said, okay. He didn't know it was real then. And so he came back and tried to get to know the Lord.
Well, let me tell you, when I came home and found those papers, I was like, oh my God, is she serious? Right. So I said, she's gone. She done left me. Well, I'm gonna hit the club. I party every night I could party until it got so bad that I opened up the stove, the oven. I got old boxes of church chicken, the dishes piled up. I got to the point I was like, okay, I can't live like this. So I was just lying in the bed and what's the name of that channel I told you I was watching?
Some church channel that come on like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember.
Well, anyway, he was like, "Are you and your wife going through right now?" And I was looking around the room like, "Is he talking to me?" Needless to say, I was a little drunk. And a little drunk. Yeah, a little drunk. And he was like, you can fix it you can turn it around right now. Give your life to Christ. Mm-hmm. So I didn't tell her immediately. Needless to say, I was trying to fleece God. I was like, well, God, if this is you really speaking to me, you'll bring her back. Yeah. And sure enough, I drove that 13 hours and she said no. I said, okay, I'm driving all the way back. Like, okay, God, you said that, if I gave my life, that you was going to turn my relationship around. And I drove all the way back. And I think it was about, 3 days after that? Maybe,
almost, about 3 or 4 days.
She called me and said she was ready to come home. I said, okay, well, get on the bus. I'm not driving 13 hours.
And he did. He was like,
Yeah.
I send you a ticket, but I'm not coming back.
But that was the turn. That was the big for me. That was the big
Mm-hmm.
turn because giving my life to Christ, we needed Christ in that because Christ is ahead.
Wow.
It's Christ, then your marriage, then the couples,
Mm-hmm.
then your children in that
Mm-hmm.
order.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had to. So at that point, going back to the point of even writing the divorce papers, can y'all give them anything on how not to get to that point?
Ooh, that's
Woo, honey. I would say to reach out for help. I think the first problem for us may have been pride.
Yeah.
We were so prideful. You hear people say, well, don't get people in your business. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. You don't get your auntie, your sister, your cousin, but you want to get some counsel, some godly counsel somewhere.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be paid counseling, but get some counsel from somewhere. Get you somebody you trust that you can talk to. We were so prideful. We didn't want to talk to anybody about anything because we thought we knew it all. We thought we had everything we need. So I think that had we had, and we had that in James, but they were the nicest people in the world. And I just couldn't bring them into our mess because they were just, she was just, she was just so perfect. And I don't mean that, but I'm just, it was just like, I can't bring these people into this mess right here because they're not ready. They don't even know, what's really going on. And so I think that had I had somebody to confide in, if he had someone that he could have confided in to help bring the pieces, put those pieces together to make things make sense. Instead of trying to just do it on our own. I think that was a missing piece for us.
I think we were trying to stay married for the wrong reasons.
I agree. I agree. We were trying
to prove our parents wrong because at the time I think they were saying that we weren't ready.
Very
we weren't.
true.
We were young, 19 and 21.
Yeah.
Getting married at that age, it's like we just got out of school. So,
And we were focused on the wrong things. So we wanted our marriage to work, but for all the wrong reasons. We were bent on trying to get, prove people wrong. Instead of growing and learning and just being, we wanted to prove everybody wrong. And that was one of the biggest mistakes we could have made, because we were unfocused.
I'm focused. Hey, y'all that just jumping on with us. I see some more people coming in. These are the Overtons. These are marriage builders that is on with us tonight. And they're talking about their journey on how they maintain from fighting in the first 1 to 5 to now being able to transition to be able to tell people how they made it. And now they're talking about pride. Pride stepped in and they was too ashamed to talk. And then another thing I noticed you all said, we didn't have platforms of people to talk to. And another thing that they said, those of you that just jumping in, hey, Elisa, we're glad that you're on with us tonight. They said was they had somebody that they could talk to, but it seemed like they was too sweet to get it across, and they didn't want to bring extra people into their situations, and they wanted to try to prove others wrong. So these are things that's happening with the Overtons tonight. Again, these are the marriage builders, and they helping us tonight. They helping us get over a few humps and knowing that it is okay to talk to somebody. Just make sure it's the right people that you're grabbing from, that you're gravitating to. Don't just talk to anybody. And you can't talk to single people about your marriage, because how they gonna guide you through a marriage and they single?
That's right. That's right.
These are some of the things in a nutshell that we've talked about the first 30 minutes of this broadcast. They're coming with you with more stuff, different challenges on how to build through being military families. Are y'all retired military now?
Yes.
Making it through military, and I'm sure that you all were separated away from each other a lot more than what you wanted to be.
Right.
Third, thank you all for serving. And just can you even elaborate on that? Was that a challenge being military or having almost separate lives and having to do stuff, deploy or anything like that? Was that something that was a challenge, and how did y'all build from that?
Well, even after we got married, we got married that February. That March, I was gone to Korea for a whole year with a newborn child.
Yeah.
That was rough. But again, it took a lot of self-discipline.
Yeah.
Being overseas
Mm-hmm.
and being around a lot of guys, that want to do the wrong thing. But I was devoted to her. I was sold out. Like, hey, that's you see her face. And because we were together, like I said, before we got married, we courted one another, so that helped. I think with each other's shadow.
Yeah. I think for us, that was probably one of the biggest problems too, was that during our dating phase, we were inseparable.
Yeah.
Inseparable. His sisters on here. She could probably tell you some stories. Like we were each other's shadow. So when we got here, he wanted to hang out with friends. I'm like, ain't no friends. It's us. What you mean? Basketball? Boy, no. It's us, remember? And so it was difficult because I didn't know how to allow him to have that life, that time he needed.
Right.
And that was a problem for us in the beginning. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You've been gone for a whole year and now you come back and you want to go play basketball? No. So I had to learn how to allow him that space to develop and to grow. And then I had to get me some friends, period. I had to get out and do some stuff, get a job, do something to occupy my time. And then we had to learn balance. He had to learn, every weekend, you're not going to play basketball,
Come on.
Every weekend, you're not going to go hang out, with your friends. So we had a lot of learning and growing to do. One of the things, now he wasn't deployed a lot, and I'm so grateful for that. He just wasn't. Over our time, he went away for a few weeks of training here and there, but he only left us for real, over a 23-year period for like 3 years, 1 year here, 1 year there, 1 year there. So we were very fortunate in that area. But the times that he was away, for me, was a rebuilding for me. It taught me how to, okay, this is what I want to happen when he gets back. So we're going to work towards this. This is what I want to work on, and I'm a thinker, I'm a planner. So all while he's on, I'm writing down, how this is going to go, what we're going to do, how we're going to, and it didn't happen like that, but that's, but those were my plans. And so I'm just like, don't you understand? I'm trying to help us grow. Where you're not getting it, He still want to go to the club. I'm like, no, we're not going to the club. You're not going to the club, because I was crazy. So I knew I couldn't keep hanging out at the club and our marriage make it, because I wasn't ready for that.
Yes, ma'am.
So the fighter, you got to know where you are. I knew I was a fighter. And if we going to keep going to the club, we going to keep fighting. I'm going to be fighting everybody in the club, you and they mama and daddy. So we can't go to the club. We let's go to church. So we let the Lord work on that part.
Wow. Yeah. So I heard you say you was a planner in the planning it out, and it didn't quite work out the way you had planned it.
It did.
So again, that's another way of trying to figure out what that individual wanted. But of course, we know that y'all weren't going to the club.
We weren't going to the club. At some point, we separated because I wasn't ready. So he had Friday night at the club. I had Saturday night at the club, because we could not go together. And that's the craziness right there. We had to separate and go to the club. But now he was raised in the church. So he had Friday night at the club. I had Saturday night. Then Sunday, he wanted to get up and go to church. Boy,
talk real, now. Talk real.
Go ahead and be
I said, do what?
Yeah.
He said, we gonna go to church.
We going to church.
You gonna go to
the
church.
The seed was planted early.
Yeah, he had a seed planted. Now, he wasn't living no Holy Ghost filled life, I'm just telling you. But he believed in getting up, going to church. Now, after my night of clubbing, of course. So, okay, I'm at the club all night, get up and go to church on Sunday morning. I'm mad at the preacher because he going on and on. I'm like, look here. I'm ready to get out of here because I'm sleepy from the night before.
Yes, man.
Like, God, honey, don't tell me what God can't do, because I'm telling you, I never thought I'd see the day.
That was gonna be my next question. So the turning point in your marriage. Okay, so you turned from 1 to 5. We had these trials.
Yes.
Now we passed the nightclub and us fighting friends, fighting folks that don't look at my husband because I'm gonna get you. That stage. Don't make me pimp slap you up in this club. That's why I ain't coming with him because I'm crazy. Okay. So once we get past the crazy stage,
yes.
I'll just say to where you all are now.
Mm-hmm.
What were some things that you all had to implement to get you to where you are now? Because we've heard the journey to this point. So what were some implemented things? What are some things that you all could tell them that is going to help them? Because some people may be in this very same situation now that we go to the club and I'm gonna fight her if she look at him. Don't look at Don because I'm crazy. Oh, they may be at that stage of their marriage now. I know, of course, they gonna need to implement God in their life for one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They need God to get past some of them crazy points that I had. But one of the things that we often talk about is communication, comprehensive communication, because communication in and of itself, I can say, well, I told you that, right, but I don't know if you really comprehended what I was saying. So right, it's very important. It's vital. It is essential. I can't put that nail in this hard enough. If your spouse doesn't understand what you're saying or from where you're coming, then you're gonna always be at odds, because it's your communication, although you said it, they didn't get it. So it's important. So when you're having a dialogue with your spouse, what I said, what are you trying to say? A, B, and C? Do you mean this, or do you mean, so it's important to know, find out, dig a little. It's okay. Be involved. I always say be intentional, allow your actions to speak louder than your words. I hear you saying, this or that, but what are you doing? Right. So to us, that's very important. I think at some point we were competing against one another. For what, I don't know. But I mean, we're supposed to be one. It's just like, even when it comes to parenting, I've often said to him, my oldest girl, I think, is on this line, so she can attest to this, that he one of the issues that I had with him, because we had girls, and you know how daddies can be with them girls. And so he kept us at odds. He kept me at odds with the girls because he wanted to be the favorite. I don't mean favorite, F-A-V-O-R-E-D. He wanted to be the favored parent. So he didn't want to be the one to say, no, you cannot. No, you will not. No. So he and I would dialogue in private about what the girls were or were not going to do. And we'd come out and he would say, now, what did you say? So he just told the girls that I made the decision without telling them that I made the decision. Caused a lot of tension in our family because our girls thought that he couldn't think for himself. They thought, oh, mama made that decision. Oh, mama said that. So now they mad at me. Yeah. But he the good one, Yeah. So that's a whole nother booger bear, and it's serious.
Right.
I don't know, I often tell him, I think them girls, if they had to choose one of us, honey, I'd be on the losing end, because they
still love their mom.
They ain't got nothing to do with love now. You know how I think about love. I tell them all the time, love ain't got nothing to do with nothing sometimes. It takes more than love to get you to another place. I'm just saying. So I think that communication, understanding the needs, because we talked about earlier how your needs change over time. This can happen every other year, well, however often it happens, Right. So it's important to dialogue about it. We go through these different phases as women. We get a little older, we start going through the change, hormone levels start changing. We start losing family members and, our parents, different things.
Right.
So we have to be that listening ear. I often say to him, if I can't talk to you and trust you, who can I talk to? Who can I trust? Who can you talk to? If you can't talk to me and trust me, we have to make sure that we're emotionally supportive to one another. Nobody and nothing and nobody is more important than us. You know, not even them children, not those grandchildren, and Lord knows I love them grandbabies, but they're not. Well, I don't know. He over here, he's sniffing. I'm gonna have to recheck these grandchildren over here, see just where they stand on the totem pole, because look like I done got to loosen it up stick again. Lord have mercy. Y'all didn't hear him. I know y'all didn't hear him. He said, I said, not even these grandbabies. He said,
That's hard.
I ain't that delivered, you know. see, that's what I got to deal with. At first it was them girls. Now it's
Now
these
the grandbabies. I'm telling you.
I can't win. But we gonna revisit that he and I.
Yeah,
on another note, like I was saying, nobody should be more important than us. Right. So we have to build us. Yeah. And we have to be intentional about it.
Build and be intentional about it. And something that you said earlier when you was talking and you said comprehensive communication. Make sure everybody have an understanding. We often tell the people on the broadcast to make sure that even in disagreements, you agree to disagree. Yeah. You're not going to always come together on every single thing, but at least you sat down, you talked about it, and you came to an understanding. Yes. So that was good when you said comprehensive communication. Something else you said, you were saying be involved. Yes. Make you involved with what each other have going on. And it all come down to, again, with communication. And that's good. You got something done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was comment you made a while back. You was talking about how you was trying to when he was gone, you was trying to set some things up, you know, for the house because you're planning, you know, and you the brain of the family. And so, and I noticed, and you said it didn't work, and I kind of felt like it didn't work because of it was something that you was doing by yourself and not including him. It was a good thing, but was it the right thing? You know, sometimes we do that, you know, and sometimes that happens when, and like you were saying, getting each other involved. We got to make sure that we involving each other with planning and decision. So it won't be that, oh, it was your fault because you the one did it.
Absolutely.
You the one said it. You the one came up with it. No, it's gonna be our fault if it didn't fall through, whatever. So and that's a good thing. Always implement your spouse when we're doing things because and it's good that, you know, I might come up with it, but let's sit down and talk about it. Let's talk this thing over and see what we need to do, because I might see some, many times she don't saw something I ain't see, you know, to help the family out, you know. So what you think about this here? You know, and I did some things that I didn't tell her that I did, you know, and the rap came, you know, but
exactly, you know, because you have to be together. Yeah. I often tell him he sees like this, I see like this. Right. You know, I'm looking at the big picture, but I have to bring him into the picture so that he sees it the way that I see it. He doesn't have to see it the way I see it, but see it from the same scope that he has the same opportunities to build whatever we're doing. You know, I often think about, because I'm over here, I'm just planning and thinking, okay, this gonna work, and it didn't. It's like that conversation you have with yourself in your head about the argument you're gonna have when your spouse gets home. And you think it's gonna go one way and it doesn't go that way, because this is the conversation you done had in your mind. I done said what I'm gonna say to him, what he gonna say to me, how I'm gonna say it back, and then what I'm gonna say. And then it don't happen that way. And I'm like, this went all wrong. This is all bad, you know. So it's important to bring them in, and both of us accept responsibility for the good, the bad, and the ugly. So whatever it is, we both gonna accept that responsibility. This didn't work. Sorry. This did work. Great. We're gonna keep on doing that, you know. So that's good.
That's good. And something else you said, look, I just be over here writing down and making my little comments like, yes, all this is good. And you said we have to make sure as married people to make sure we understand their need. Understand the need, what, you know, their needs. and what what's expected from them. And again, that come all through communicating on what we feel, what we want, how we want to feel.
Absolutely.
Different things like that. So understanding the need of your spouse, but I don't think we could understand it without talking about it or talking to each other. And that was awesome. The analysis that you just did, that he sees here and you sees there. And I think, and you to bring it all in together. I just love that analysis. How we can how it all basically boiled down to is communicating.
Absolutely.
A comprehensive
Yes,
communication,
comprehensive.
not just talking.
It's important. Effective, comprehensive. He want to make sure he get it all in there.
Yes.
That's it. And something else you said, that we can't be in competition.
That's right.
To see who do it better in the relationship, see who do this better than the other. Or I set the goals for our relationship better than you did.
Right.
You know, so that was something good that you said as well.
But you alluded to that thing of and I know a lot of relationships get in trouble with that, and you said it.
Yeah.
To the point with the kids, and we have to be careful even with our kids that, because sometimes kids take side, and we take sides with our kids, and we can tell them no. And then they go in the room and then they said, "Dad, can I have this?" And no, Mama said no. And then Dad even end up giving it to him, not even knowing that Mama said no. But even just that right there alone. So now you got favoritism going on with the kids and things, and so now you're causing another problem within the house that we got to deal with, because now when I tell the kids no, you tell them yes. Yeah. And now we're fighting. And then something else you said earlier as well. You was talking about how he would make it seem like that, it was her that said, so, and I, like you said, y'all went into the room and y'all was talking about it, and so it shouldn't have been to the point where it looked like that you were the bad guy,
Right.
So, but communicating and talking, and when we were talking and stuff, it shouldn't be before our kids, and kids know what we're arguing about. No, we need to come aside. We need to go in there. Everything ain't for the kids. There come a time where we have to come aside, go in the room, or go outside, or go in the car, or wherever you gotta go. So the kids don't hear all. You might get a little tense. May not be no pots and pans throwing or whatever, but it might get a little heated in the temperature rise up a little bit, and your voice start rising. You know what I'm saying? So, and they don't need to hear that, because it's not good for them. On that wire. So it's definitely good to come aside and talk and with each other. Away from the kids, and not always bringing the kids in the situation and getting them involved. And then mom and dad are fussing. All I see is mom and dad and them fussing and fighting and arguing. They fussing and fighting. It was my fault because I asked for some peanut butter and jelly.
Not that good old peanut butter and jelly.
That was throwback right there.
I love it.
It was.
Yes.
I mean, all of this is good. If y'all on here, I know y'all on here. I ain't even gonna say if y'all on here. Those of you that's tuning in, these are the marriage builders, the Overtons, that's giving us pointers on what we should do, what we shouldn't do, how we are to do it, and the process of how to continue to build over the years, not just do it one day and you don't do it anymore. The analysis that Dunn always give is when we buy a house, even though it can be a brand new, newly built home from the ground up, and over the years, you still gonna have to do some work to that new house. So it's the same way with the marriage. It don't matter if you've been married 1 year or 50 years. It always some type of home improvement in your marriage that you can do. So you all that's tuning in tonight, these are the marriage builders. We just done home improvement marriage edition. These are actually the marriage builders that can help you, that can counsel with you, that can talk to you concerning your marriage. So tonight, one of the biggest things that we can take away is we definitely got to be effective in our communication in our marriage, in all the marriage years that we have. Our communication got to be effective. One question that Richie had before we came on that we wanted to ask y'all, even in your counselings, what are some of the biggest challenges that you all have seen couples have to deal with in their marriage, and what did y'all tell them to overcome that?
In
Premarital.
premarital counseling,
Mhm.
one of some of the biggest things that we've seen in premarital counseling is a lack of communication, or just knowing how to be effective, how to get your point across, so that your spouse, your mate is not, that they don't feel like they don't know how to respond.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You have to, because I'm a thinker, so I'm always trying to pre-think or think ahead. So, and sometimes that may be intimidating for my husband, because he's like, well, I know you done already thought about it. Well, I know you done already, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I know you already have an idea. Well, I didn't do it. I said, well, why didn't? Because I already know you thought about it. I already know you did. You know, so we notice that sometimes, and it's mostly the women who does. And if it typically, in my experience, if it's a man, he's very domineering, and he hasn't really learned that she has a voice.
Right.
So if I get that and it's flipped, it's because of that. And so then we got a whole nother booger to deal with. But another thing that I see as far as with premarital counseling is finances.
Yeah,
they don't want to pull in the finances.
Right, that's a big.
That's those two, communication and knowing how to effectively get your point across, and finances are two of the biggest things that I see when it comes to premarital counseling.
Wow. So some of the biggest things, Joe, I know y'all heard that. Some of the biggest things about that they've heard going into marriage is that, of course, we face that, and we tell our story all the time. We face that finance thing, and we face that knowing how to communicate effectively, or even to trust.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of it come in at, that we have to learn to trust our spouses, especially going into the marriages. And I feel like that was one of our issues, even in our finances, as well as being able to talk, that we had to learn to trust each other first, and that we did it. I'm just gonna say that we did it. We ain't fight and go to the MPs and then, but for us, like trusting and financially, we didn't communicate it enough to even get past it. So that those were good challenges that people, that is a very good challenge. Was it something that you all was able to tell them to get past it going into the marriage?
Well, we don't have any real experience with financial issues, because I came in here with nothing. And
But something that we could tell them though.
But so I came with nothing, and we built what he had together.
Together. You know that's it.
So, but what I do tell the people is, you have to trust your mate. If you can't trust your mate with your money, they shouldn't be your mate.
Wow.
You need to rethink that, because money is a big deal. Money is and if I can't trust you with my money, I can't trust you with nothing.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to be able to know, and that's one thing about him. He can always say, we've been married 31 years, and in the 31 years, I probably worked a good full-time, probably maybe 6 years full-time. And then I've worked, part-time here and there. And that was just a choice that we made as a family, because I wanted to raise my girls throughout school. So I didn't really go to work until they were older. And then I was just like, it's not for me. But he can tell you, I never misused the money. I never abused anything. And he would tell you, I got a whole nest egg over here for us that he didn't even know about. He was like, where we get that money from? Honey, I ain't just out here flim-flamming. I'm saving some money. We needed a nest egg. 401 is good, but this over here, we need this. And he'd be like, well, this and that. I'm like, child, come on, let's go. He said, where we get that money for? Don't worry about it. Just come on, let's go. So I've always been, just doing, so the thing that I tell the premarital couples is, trust is vital. when it comes to your finances. And the thing that I noticed in a lot of our premarital counseling is they don't want to bring the finances together because somebody has been misusing the money and they don't want the truth to come out. But this is the time to put all of that on the table so that it doesn't come up later on and become a stumbling block. So
Create a budget,
right, you know, and yeah, we always tell them, you know, create a budget. We help them to get a budget together, and you know, if they got a lot of debt and need to pay, we help them get those financial forms together and see, okay, this is, we're gonna formulate. You don't need to come into no marriage with all this debt. So before we talk about marriage, let's get this debt out the way. Let's just be honest. We're gonna get this out the way, because I ain't paying for your wedding. You want to get married, you pay for it.
You pay for it.
So, and if you can't pay for it, that means you don't need to get it. You know, so we can't expect other people to carry us, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So if you want to be married, you know, and I know, you know, some people go by the old adage that the daddy's supposed to pay for the girls' marriages. This ain't that. This ain't that. You know, and we want to do our part as parents, but I'm just saying, you know, I even tell my girls when they were growing up, with my mom, she's your grandparent. Don't ask her for nothing. It is not her responsibility to take care of you. Good. He is no, she ain't paying for she ain't buying that. Don't, if you ask my mama for some money, I'm gonna beat you. Right. I mean, that's how I felt about it. I felt like grandparents should be grandparents. It was not their responsibility to take care of my children. So I feel that way with your finances. If you cannot afford the wedding or the whatever that you want, and you can't, that ain't for you yet. That ain't for you. You know, we were married 25 years before I had a real wedding.
Yeah, we did the Justice of the Peace.
We went to the Justice of the Peace, and we, you know, we were unhappily married for however long. And it was a good thing, because honey, if I spent that $30,000 on a doggone wedding to show some folks that we done messed up, I'd be mad as I don't know what by now. I'm just saying. I gave that Justice of the Peace $35, got my little blood test, and then we lasted 25 years. And I said, well, shoot, I'm gonna feed a few folks to come out here and watch me walk in this gown. Shoot. But to me, you know, y'all listen here. For y'all that's on this here live, I love the sanctity of marriage. I do. Don't get me wrong. But I ain't about no fancy footwear for other people. I'm just not gonna feed 40 people at $6,000, and then next week me and him ain't really wanting to be together for real. I'm just saying.
Talk to the people,
I'm just saying. I'm all about my money. And it just don't make sense, because the wedding is for the people. The wedding ain't for you. People. You go down to that, and that judge say, you know, do you swear? Whatever they tell you to say, you say what they say, or you don't. I laughed the whole time, because I was like, is this really happening to me? But I'm just saying, I just didn't feel like, you know, I'm not telling y'all don't go spend your money. Don't spend your $5,000 to get your venue, your $2,500 for your photos, and your $10,000 to
Come
feed.
on, you scared them now.
And then they gone, they talking about you because your dress wasn't quite what they thought it should be. Your makeup didn't look quite right. His bow tie was sideways. I mean, that's what you want to do, then do it. I'm just saying. I would rather take that $25,000 invested in marriage counseling and take us a few little trips around the world, back and forth. And if you ain't got no, I'm just saying, y'all ain't ready.
You saying it too.
Baby, you saying it. And you have been some people, I'm telling you, even having people that's even in marriages that want to say, I want to have me a big old vow renewal, have me a big old this. And we showing off for the foes. And don't have a dime in the bank, and this thing we know they need your
car note still due next week, and you looking crazy. I'm just saying, I ain't for we had a teacher in school say, I ain't fattening no fish for no snakes. Let me say that again. I ain't fattening no fish for no snakes. Okay, we gonna keep it real around here. If we can't afford it, we ain't finna do it. You know, because we still gotta live. You gotta live at the end of the day. Yeah,
and that's even outside of doing the weddings. You said if you cannot afford this stuff that you're trying to do, period, in your marriage, don't even try to do it, because at some point you overspending,
Yes.
and then now you mad. Y'all don't never go to the store no more because you don't want to have no intimate time with your spouse because you too mad because you don't spend too much money. Now both of y'all agitated. He can't get it up and y'all can't make that happen because you done did too much. Not you.
Somebody gotta go to the store.
And spend too much money, period. Not even the folks that just get, not the wedding people, but even people that's been in marriages. I've seen them. You doing too much, trying to show people, trying to prove stuff to folks that ain't even in your house, and then your behind closed doors, y'all ain't even sleeping together. Couple one, you too mad or you too hungry. You ain't got no food. You ain't got no nothing to eat because you don't try to prove.
You ain't got no stamina because you ain't did the right thing with the money,
baby.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I read something that said the rich folk don't buy all this name brand stuff because they know they rich. They ain't got to look like it. It's the broke folks buying the rich, all this expensive stuff, trying to look rich. I'm just saying. But yeah. So here we go.
There was a load of fireworks just popped off there. Pop, 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 pop. That was the fire. That's the finale.
My goodness. Let me take a few comments. Your daughter had said earlier, Mama, you talking to the audience or you talking to me?
Now, if the shoe fit, honey, you know how. I say this. Look, she better not get me started. Ready to click, tell her to click in right now. I should have put that disclaimer. I forgot she was on the line at that time. So you just click in, baby.
Don't send for mama. Please
don't send for your mama, cause baby, when
she
I
already
tell
know.
you the Overton's gonna give it to you straight, period. I don't care. They don't care nothing about it. Don't be jumping in this marriage thing if you ain't ready. And don't be expecting your mom and daddy to pay for all this wedding stuff if you ain't got it. Don't even worry about it. Go down to no, better yet, stop by Keena being in my office. I stamp that thing. You ain't gotta get no blood test no more.
Girl, what?
Let me stamp the thing, sign it, and you're done.
I got you right here, boo.
Right there, notary.
You go down. Done. I got the stamp right here for you.
Inexpensive wedding, and you're done, and you're just as happy.
Exactly.
You didn't have to scratch on how much food you're gonna have. Absolutely. You didn't have to scratch on where we're gonna live, how we're gonna pay our first month rent because we just spent $25,000 when we could have put that on a house and paid down and paid everything that we had to pay, paid our closing costs and paid those different things like that on a home.
Yeah.
So this
something you gonna build upon, something you can build upon, not something because that 25,000. Once you don't pay, it's just what do you have to show for it? Because if like I know, that all them good times ain't gonna last always.
Ain't that?
You're gonna have to have some foundation to stand on. I'm not against having spending some. If you got it, then spend it. But if you don't, and like I know, we didn't know as when my kids were growing up to teach them. I did saving, but I didn't know to teach my children how to save. So we're at the age we are now, trying to make sure our children know, put a little something back for a rainy day. Do this and do that. Don't do this. Desiree, no, she on that clowning, but she already know what it is.
Desiree, log off. Desiree, log off.
She knows what he had. Watch the replay.
Daddy coming for you. How to log off. Oh my God. Let me grab through comments. Latice Krim said, I always, if you can't do it, she says this to her husband said, if they can't do it, they just don't do it. They just don't go out and spend $300 on a meal when they know they got a $300 light bill. Absolutely.
That is, I'm telling you. You'd be amazed at some of the stuff I see people. I book travel, and one of the things I see, I say, I don't want to count nobody's money.
Right.
But now, last week you were complaining about this, and now you asking me to book you a $2,200 trip somewhere. It make sense to me because right now it's not making sense. I'm just trying to say, how is this possible? You can't spend $100 on this, and this, but you drinking up every weekend and you living, you partying harder than me. You look. I'm thinking now. Wait a minute. Now I don't. Yeah. Okay. Y'all don't want to go. But I'm just saying, make it make sense. That's all.
Make it make. Well, Deborah Haynes said, just go sit on the porch. Put on some music if you know you can't afford it.
Exactly.
Bluetooth that speaker to some good
Come
old.
on.
Oh my.
Hey,
Sure look good tonight. Put that music on, baby.
yes, honey.
And
Get your game of skip going with your boo.
If you can't afford to go that night, put on that music, honey, and be done.
I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. Learn to work with what you got. You know, I say every time when we didn't have whatever we made work what we had. We had a deck of cards. We go in there and play some cards. Some skip bow, some Uno, some phase 10. You know, some top, honey. What? I'm just saying, we just did whatever we had to do to have a great time, and we were happy with that. When you're happy with yourself and you're building your marriage, you'd be happy anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. Before we could afford to go across the world, we just go 2-3 hours up the road. You start where you are, and you expand from there. Period. You get on that porch, get your lemonade, and turn that who is that? Johnny Gill on. Yeah. Yes.
That's my song, honey.
Hold on now. Wait a minute now. That's your song or that's your boo? I'm just saying.
I hear boo. All I know is that put on your red dress.
I know. I love it. And you're saying that. But I know most of our people, probably some Christians on here. So you talk about Johnny Gill, and you get some of them folks that's too saved, sanctified for me. I mean, I love the Lord, but baby, I ain't at the store playing
TDJ
on the main line. I'm just saying.
Get ready.
We ain't listening to Jesus on the main line. I'm just saying, we at the store playing some Johnny Gill, honey. A little, yeah. And I'm leaving right there.
That's all type of dog tearing on right there. That's all type of tearing on.
Baby,
we must be careful. Y'all act like
they said you were my long lost sister.
I love it.
Monte Ray said, yes, this is Mama Dunn, long lost sister right here.
I'm just saying, we got to keep it real around here, because when we first grew up in the church, honey, we couldn't listen. We didn't travel. We wasn't listening to nothing but some gospel music. I was like, Lord Jesus, help us out. But I ain't saying nothing to him because I don't know how he feel about it because we wasn't comprehensive communicating. And I'm like, so I don't even know who brought it up 20 years later. But I'm like, is you tired of that? Because I'm tired of that music. I want to hear some Luther, honey, Big Luther. I want to hear some Freddie Jackson. And so he was like, yeah, okay. Hey, music at the store, people. That's probably the problem. Y'all done made me hot, Lord Jesus. Is the air on in this thing?
It looked like a store run to me.
Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's right, Courtney. Luther. Big Luther. Big Luther.
Yeah, big
Luther. Little Luther, all right, but Big Luther take you on in, honey. You going on beyond the veil. Big Luther will get you in there. Little Luther might get you to the gate. But Big Luther, baby, you going all the way to the end, honey. Yes. We're gonna go on and see what the end gonna be. I'm just saying. Ooh, you don't stop running for your life, honey. You're going to find it with Big Luther. Big Luther set you straight, I'm just saying.
Woo! Y'all. These are the Overton people know. Same folk, preachers and all, honey.
Right.
Don't y'all go to the store with that on. Never would have made it without you. Don't play that.
That's right.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I mean, it's
do
so good, and it'll get you on into worship, but
not that worship.
not at the store.
Not the store worship.
Not
Not the
the
store
store.
worship.
They're gonna detour you. They're gonna detour you tonight.
Right.
Good Lord.
You mad trying to figure out why you can't buy nothing at the store, cause you ain't got the right currency going on. You got the wrong currency. You in America trying to spend some German coins, honey. You got to put the right thing on there. Are you Lord have mercy?
Woo!
That.
Oh.
She making my worship smile.
Woo!
That's all right.
Alisa said you be sitting there looking like you're looking. So you don't know whether to pray God or what. Be like, what?
Yeah.
Jesus?
Listen here, you got
Courtney
you
said
gotta
she
know
thought
what
you were
to say.
quiet, Rebecca. She thought you were quiet.
I am. You see this? Hello, my name is Rebecca Overton. We are the Overtons. Yes. I hope my daughter ain't on here no more, girl. If you on here, you getting a whooping because I told you to click off 30 minutes. Oh, she on here. Can you click? She gonna get it.
Oh my God. Look at Courtney said, baby, please. Oh my God, y'all,
this has
so
been
good
great.
to us. I'm telling y'all.
Oh,
This has been great.
Again, those of you that's on this broadcast, these are the Overtons, and my throat hurt.
And my
If you
throat.
did not catch all of this broadcast, we need y'all to watch the replay. Oh, leading up to, this is what you lead up to when you build on when you start to build your marriage. They told us about the first 1 to 5, where it wasn't all the bed of roses. It wasn't what you would think it was for marriage. They were still learning. They told us about deployments. She talked this last phase. They talked this last phase about finances and talked about communication. And then for single people, they talked about don't be spending all their money on these weddings, and then you can't even live after that. You trying to figure out you got to plan vacation week 3 years in that 3 years before in advance to say, hey, we're gonna go somewhere for the 4th of July, and you had to wait 3 years to go. One vacation a year. That's what she said in a nutshell.
Nothing 4th of July.
They said, one Auntie the Don said, this is good to the Dons.
Oh, amen.
Alisa, what you said, this is what I needed tonight.
Y'all have blessed my soul, I promise.
They said they love, somebody said I love these people.
Amen.
Quinicia Harden.
Amen.
Quinicia Harden said, I love these people. I have always thought they were so quiet.
I
know.
This my element. Tell her catch me tomorrow. She won't hear a peep out of me.
They said they need to have a part 2 because this is life for them. You are a life for them. So guess what that means? Y'all going to come back.
Amen. We will.
More. But it always good for this platform for us to hear and to see. And y'all notice not only did me and Dunn tell y'all don't be playing. How Bishop Jake said.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm already ready.
Don't go to the store with that, huh?
I love it. I love
Courtney said we gonna see y'all next week.
We gonna come and sit down with y'all next week and hear what y'all say.
Come and sup with us. And that's what Quinicia Harden just said. We need to sit down a closed session and let's just go on and go for broke. For real. Hey y'all, our next segment, if y'all want the Overton, y'all need to write in the comment. We want Overton. I ain't talking about on the live feed. I'm talking about let's talk about marriage type of setting that we can break bread for real. Because I really believe this is my long lost sister.
I knew I had a sister somewhere. I've been looking for you, girl, all my life.
All my life, me and you shall never part. Ain't no ocean.
Yes.
They gonna keep my sister away from me, honey. Courtney Don Brewer said we want the Overtons. They said they definitely want you all. They want y'all to come. Hey y'all, we gotta set a date up because we want them in person so they can sit down. We can break bread. We can laugh about it, and they can be real. I like it because all I see her saying is period. Period.
Hey man,
they say we want them in the building. Monte Ray said, "Hey, she really is. I told y'all that the Lord that the Lord is good." That's what Monte Ray said. They want the Overtons. They want y'all to come back. They want y'all. We want the Overtons. They want y'all to come back because this is real life stuff. That you all are talking, even though we laugh and talk about it, but this is real life issues. But it's good to be able to laugh. And talk about it because a lot of times when you laughing, you're receiving it a little bit better than when you say, "Don't do that no more."
Don't do it no more. Yeah.
No,
and we need
the
church need to talk about some of this stuff. The church too quiet and Holy Ghost and sanctified. They over there, you know what I'm saying? And they silently crumbling down, but they too quiet to talk about the real stuff. And that the people sneaking doing, you know what they doing over there. I'm just saying, but we here for all of it. We here for all of it. We got no secrets. I tell everything. I tell everything. I would tell you if you ask me, I tell it.
Woo! Somebody said yes. Alyssa Jennings said yes. Keep it real, honey.
Amen. Yes.
And Courtney Don Brewer said yes. The church is too quiet when it comes to talking about marriages and talking about the struggles or talking about even intimacy. They don't talk about that. People don't even know that you. A lot of times, folks be looking crazy. They be shamed to get butt naked. I'm sorry, butt naked is not proper. They be shamed to get butt naked in front of their spouse because the churches ain't saying that about it. Ain't telling you that that it's holy. Different things like that. They're not telling you that part holy. A lot of churches just saying how you can get blessed. They ain't saying what you and your spouse can do.
Talking about real life issues, the stuff that people, and because there's no communication in the relationship, they don't even know enough to talk to one another. I can't tell you what I need. You can't tell because we scared. We don't know the Lord, the pastor. Somebody done told you they hear what's going on in your house, so you scared they know what's going on in the room.
Right. So you'll be like, I saw you. I heard the Lord say blah 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 in this room right here. Turn it on. So you scared to even turn up in your own house.
Ain't none of my business.
Monte Ray said we want the Overtons next week, and the week after that.
Wait a minute now.
He said we love y'all, Mr. and Mrs. Overton.
Amen. We love
Deborah
you.
Hayes said, and they backslide, and people are backsliding all over because nobody's walking. But this is y'all. This has been so good to us. Courtney said she gonna bring me some tea.
Give my sister some tea now, cause she need a little something. Maybe she just go to the store. She'll be all right or something. I don't know. Just help out over there, y'all.
We just sitting back and letting the family reunion.
Absolutely.
We just let that love lost, that long life relationship. Me and you'll get with each other later. Not even about you.
That's right.
This has really been good to us, and I'm sure the people on the broadcast, this have been good to them. Definitely, we need a part 2 so y'all can come back and finish up this talk. So we could get some single people on here to make sure that they know what they're about to embark in.
Absolutely.
And know it's all they try to, everybody want it to be an image.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all about just that image. You got to really be transparent the way you all have been tonight. This has really been good to me.
To me too, honey. When I tell you, I thought I was sleeping. You know, I said I was coming in off that road. I'm like, Lord, when this over, I'm gonna go to sleep. But honey, I'm wired. You hear me? Y'all done fanned the flame, honey. I'm wired.
Well, do y'all have any final comments y'all want to say to the people? Anything that you want to display to them, building or anything?
Well, you know, again, intimacy. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but there has to be intimacy. You know, you have to be vulnerable with your partner. And just like she said, you have to communicate. I have to communicate to her what it is that I need, and she has to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know, so intimacy is number one.
And I think when he's saying intimacy, he really means outside of the bedroom first, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It starts outside the bedroom.
I just want to make sure we on the same page.
I call it prep. when you prep all day, you pat and you hug and you hold hand and you rub the back and the feet and you prep.
This is why we don't let y'all talk. This why, right?
Yeah, you prep them, and then when the time, you're good.
Right.
We ready.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Right, I agree.
Oh, Jesus. This is good. Somebody just said, let the Lord use y'all on this platform again next week. That's what Bunte Ray said. Let the Lord use y'all again on this same platform next week.
This has
y'all,
blessed.
We had to bring them back to talk about intimacy. So they can go in depth on what how to share in this area intimacy. And it starts, and like they just said, it starts outside the bedroom first. Prepping to make sure everything is good. Make sure bills are paid. Make sure we're not worried. We're not stressed. Because when we too stressed, we don't perform well in the bedroom. But that's on the next show.
I'm gonna buckle my seat for this one because I feel a turbulence like this right here. Yeah, that's gonna be real good.
Yo, we gonna bring the Overtons back. I'm telling y'all, these are the marriage builders. If you just jumping on, these are the marriage builders all the way from Columbus, Georgia. These are the Overtons, and they came tonight to help all of us build our marriages. This has been good to us. I probably, Courtney, bring me some hot tea, honey. But next time they're on, because they just said they'll be back.
They'll be back.
Yes.
So the next time they're on, we're going to talk about intimacy.
Amen.
Pre-prepping before you get to the bedroom. This is stuff that people don't talk about on any platform, but let us know how to get to that point to where you're going to be able to enjoy your spouse on that level and not it always being a quickie and you going to bed. That's a whole nother. We can't talk about that tonight. But hey,
my seat moving again, girl. Lord have mercy. Stop it. Oh yes.
We're so ready. Y'all, we're gonna be so ready for the next broadcast. Y'all see it when it go up. I'm gonna let y'all know because I'm not sure if we're gonna make it on next Sunday because next Sunday is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. Yeah. We try to give y'all a break. I know Monte Ray always get us because he said by 8 o'clock the celebrations are over. Y'all should come on the live feed by 8.
Y'all should be done celebrating.
Yeah, that's what they tell us. Why y'all ain't coming on? Y'all should be done. Courtney said it's the turbulence that you're doing for her.
They got me rumbling over here, baby. Woo, have mercy.
Yeah, we have definitely enjoyed the Overtons. Again, a disclaimer at the same way Quinicia Harding had said, same thing that Courtney Brewer said. We thought the Overtons was quiet.
She is. Hi.
Woo! But baby, that's my long
quiet. She just over here real quiet.
Yeah, we be quiet in our element that we need to be, but this right here is a platform that we need to share.
Absolutely. I
Hey,
love it. I love it. We're so grateful that you all thought enough of us to
Yeah.
have us on. We appreciate it. We don't take it lightly. I am ecstatic about what God is about to do. And
yes.
y'all hold on. We do a I was telling you earlier, we do a marriage retreat once a year. We stopped during COVID, but we're gonna bring it back in a few months. And we want you guys to come out that
Definitely.
we get real raw in those
Okay.
retreats.
Yes.
Hey y'all, they were sharing at the end of the year. I think they're gonna do a couples cruise.
Yes.
That's something that the Overtons host. They are again, these are the marriage builders, and they at the end of the year. Those of you that's on this broadcast, of course, I'm sure she'll get me the information later, and we want to share that with y'all. If y'all, I know we can trust the Overtons to make sure they take care of you all if y'all attend. So we want to make sure that we get on board with all that's happening. So it's not just one couple show. It's a whole world of things that we can do to help get these marriages built. So y'all, again, these are the Overtons of Columbus, Georgia. Been married 31 years, been together 35 years, and they are the marriage builders. So if you ever see something go across your screen and say the marriage builders, it's the Overtons. So they would definitely help you. And if you're single and you're on this broadcast and you all are thinking about marriage, they are premarital counselors that can counsel you into the right direction if you receive it. And so they definitely make sure that you know the ins and outs. And like they did tonight, they took all us there, honey. Y'all were ready.
Amen. We love it. Love it.
So
love
we celebrate you all. Don't log off, but Impact Media is gonna bring y'all to the back. We gotta give away a couple of things. Hey, I think they're gonna help us give away a trip. You also we got a couple of things that's coming up. The Overtons, they run a travel service. Am I right?
That's right.
Give them the name of your travel service before you all log off.
Dream Destination Travel. And you can find us on Facebook, Dream Destination Travel. And we're here for all your travel needs. Whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go, honey, we'll help you get there.
Y'all got that? Wherever you want to go, whatever. Make sure you have your monies. Don't be saying, I'm going to call Rebecca and I'm going to see if she can get me something for free. No, it don't work like that. They run a business, honey. She may want to be a blessing every now and then, but you got to go to it with the money. So y'all see it running across your screen. Dream Destination Travels. That's where you can find them at. So book with them. And we're definitely going to be.
S on the destinations. Dream
Destinations. Dream Destinations. All right, so we go around the world. So y'all book with them. They'll definitely get you places. If you go on her page, you'll see they have traveled the world. So if you want to jump on board and you got your finances in check, and when you come back, your lights ain't on.
If y'all don't have your finances in check, I help you. I help
you with that too.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we get you straight.
Yes, sir. Last thing, Elisa Winston said, she gets now the store is open for everybody.
The store is open. Ring bell.
After this broadcast, the store is open. But thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming on with us. Don't log off. We got y'all covered. We're gonna come back and check. We just gonna give away something real quick.
Okay. Thank you all for having us. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Yes. Enjoy.
Hey y'all, those was the Overtons. We hope y'all enjoyed this broadcast. If you did not get a chance to watch it, you just not jumping on, match the replay, started from the beginning. We was a little lengthier tonight because the Overtons had something to say. Hey, we need to give away something. We need to give away for our May anniversaries. Monte said, may the Lord watch between. Go on, Monte. For our May anniversaries, we need to give away something for May anniversaries. Last month we did a drawing and we're playing catch up from last month of May. So our couple that won from last month was Team Carter. Jacory and Jasmine Carter are our winners for May anniversaries, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give them a date. We're gonna send the Carters on a date. If any of you all are friends with Jasmine Carter on Facebook or Ja'Cory Carter on Facebook, tag them and let them know that they have won a date night to contact us. That way we can make sure that they get their date. So we want to do that as well. And also we was trying to give away a getaway for our prom couples. But before we do that, I guess we need to get with the Overtons first to see what they have, or just let them know who won. Okay, we're gonna let y'all know who won from the prom. The people that attended the prom was entered into a drawing for a getaway. So we put all of you all on a wheel. It's a bunch of y'all on a wheel because it was like 50 couples. You all are on a wheel, and let's see if we can make this wheel work. I don't know if I can make this wheel work. Oh, Jesus, the thing is so little. Do we know them? But you know, I put the wrong people. Yeah, I'm trying to see the thing, and I think I'm on the wrong wheel. Who is that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back.
That's the old wheel.
That's my old wheel. I'll do another wheel, and I promise y'all, I'll post whoever the winners are tonight for the prom thing. So hey y'all, we got to get off of here. Congratulations to Team Carter, Ja'Cory and Jasmine Carter. We're definitely gonna get with you all on what we have and what you all have won. A date night from the Duz. So congratulations to you all. We definitely hope that you all enjoyed this broadcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great night, and continue to love, continue to trust, continue to be there for your spouse. Hug on them a little bit more, hold them a little bit closer. Go to the store a little bit more with your spouse. Turn off that church music and put on you a love song. Johnny Gill or somebody. Whatever you got to do. Blow in their ear. Go. You got to end the broadcast. Thank you all again.
Thank you.
Have a great night. We'll see y'all next week, okay? Bye.
Bye-bye. Happy Father's Day to you all.
Happy Father's Day, fathers. Bye-bye, y'all.